everyone, it's Destiny, and Nefer just recently released, and I'm going to be trying to build her within 24 hours of her coming out. I absolutely love Nefer's design, and ever since I pulled Llama, I knew I would eventually want to pair her with Nefer. So I've been preparing for Nefer, and she is finally here. Before we get into today's video, I'd love to know if you plan to pull on any of the Luna 2 banners or plan to skip them. And lastly, if you'd like to see more Genshin Impact content from me, consider subscribing to the channel, leaving a like to support today's video, and now let's get straight into it. First things first, I need to acquire Nefer on my account in order to start building her. My goal was Nefer and Nefer's weapon, and I'm hoping to acquire both within the amount of pulls I have. During my pull session, I did a fun spin the wheel challenge, which I have to spin the wheel after each 10 pull in order to do my next 10 pull as a fun way to go through my summoning session. Thankfully, in the end, I was able to acquire Nefer as well as her weapon, and now that we have her and her weapon, it is time to build her. I have a couple of goals for my Nefer. I would like to get her to level 90, upgrade her weapon as much as I can, preferably level 80 or 90, give Nefer the 4-piece Night of Sky Unveiling artifact set with an EM Sands, EM Goblet, and lastly Crit Circlet, and I would like to fully crown her skill, as this is one of the most important talents to upgrade for Nefer. Starting with Nefer's levels, I have already pre-farmed Books and Mora for my Nefer, but Nefer came out with a new boss. So I would have to farm this boss a couple of times in order to get the materials to fully ascend Nefer. I headed over to fight this new boss, and I used my Flynn's team, which this team was able to clear this boss very quick, and this was great for speeding up the farming process. After doing a couple of runs, I had enough boss materials in order to ascend Nefer all the way to level 90, and as for my emerald fragments, I converted some of my other elemental fragments to assist with the lack of dendro ones I had. I was able to fully ascend Nefer, and as for her weapon, I visited a friend's world and we farmed for her weapon materials together, which this didn't take too long in order to get enough materials to get her weapon to level 80. As for her artifacts, ever since I pulled Llama, I've been farming the latest artifact domain in Nod Krai. This domain would be a pretty frequent spot I would spend resin at when it comes to artifact farming, as I had to acquire pieces for Flynn's when he came out as well. As a result of previous farming, I already had some doable pieces for Nefer, which can be improved upon, but for right now, they'll work perfectly fine. As for Nefer's talents, I have farmed a good amount of talent books for Nefer these past few weeks, and to be able to upgrade her skill to level 10, I went to fight the weekly boss. And I have also been doing this for previous weeks, and I was able to ascend her skill to level 10, which is actually my very first crowned talent on my account. As for the end result, here is how my Nefer is looking, and as for her team, we'll be using her with Llama alongside Aino or Xingqiu, depending on whether or not I'm in Abyss. And let's say I'm using my Nefer team, but I also want to use Flynn's. I may put Aino alongside Flynn's and then just have Xingqiu alongside Nefer, for example. And then when it comes to our final slot, this is a pretty flexible spot, which for this slot, I will go with Kuki. Now that we've built Nefer and gave her a team, it's time to try her out. I really want to try her out in the overworld, as well as take her to Spiral Abyss to see if I can finally get 3 stars in one of the chambers on floor 12, as this has been an ongoing goal for me to finally reach 36 stars in Spiral Abyss, and I do believe Nefer can potentially help me reach that goal. So I just want to see if maybe we can end up getting 3 stars total in at least one of the chambers today. Okay, so let's go beat up the duck for today. And we're just gonna try out Nefer here. Now, of course, I'm not gonna know how to perfectly play her since I just got her, but we're just gonna try our best. I have seen a couple of videos kind of on how to play her, so we're gonna use Aino's Burst here, we're gonna use Kuki. Now we're gonna swap back into Nefer, and we're gonna try to take advantage of like these dash cancels, and oh my gosh, he's doing pretty nice damage, I would say. Okay, and there we go. We were literally able to destroy the duck in like less than a minute. Oh my gosh. Let's try her now though in Abyss and see how she does there. All right, so for our teams, I'm going to try Nefer alongside Llama, and then for side 2, I am going to try Flynn's, but because of that, we are going to have to split up our supports a little bit here. I guess since I do want to just see if I can get 3 stars on chamber 1 of floor 12, what we can do is maybe go sustainless with the Nefer team, and then with the Flynn's team, we can give Flynn's Kuki and then Aino, as well as also giving the Flynn's team Sucrose like usual. There we go, it's Sucrose. For the last character, we're just gonna go with Fischl. Okay, we'll just go with the crit buff and let's just see how this goes. We're just gonna start with Nefer's skill and then use Llama's burst and skill. Then Xingqiu, we're going to swap into him and then Fischl. And now we're gonna try using these dash cancels here, and yeah, we're doing a lot of damage very quickly. Okay, now come on, let's see what we can do here. I think we'll actually be able to potentially 3-star this. Okay, swap back into Llama, use her skill. Now Xingqiu, we can use his skill, use his burst. With Fischl here, we're about to get her skill, so I'm just gonna use it. Now with Nefer, swap back, and now we're dealing. Okay, we're definitely going to be able to clear, I think, with under a minute on this side. We're so close. No, I'm running out of stamina. Oh no, please. Why am I going the wrong way? Okay. Aside from me messing up a bit there, we were able to clear that in about 50 seconds, I believe. So now we're on the Flynn side, and oh my gosh, my poor Aino. I am really bad at dodging sometimes because I'm just not fully used to these enemy attack patterns just yet. But with Flynn's, I mean, he does very well against this enemy, so I believe we should be able to get 3 stars here. Okay, so now we can swap back into Aino. We have burst, swap into Kuki. Ow! Oh my gosh, they deal so much damage. Now with Flynn's, we can just hack with him. Okay, skill and burst. And now we can burst once again. Oh, it's so close. Okay, Aino. Now I'm going to swap immediately because I'm super scared. If Aino gets hit, she is literally going down. We don't want that. And there we go. We were able to get 3 stars. Let's go. Okay, now I really want to know if we can get 3 stars for the other chambers as well, but I might actually attempt that in a future video very soon. But I'm so happy that we got 3 stars. That's awesome. I've been trying to get 3 stars for a while now in one of the floor 12 chambers. We were finally able to do it today, which is awesome. So I'll likely make a video pretty soon trying to see if I can 36 star the Abyss. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how my Nefer is. She's very fun to play in my opinion. I just have to get used to like her rotation. But overall, I feel like she's a very fun character, very pretty as well. I absolutely love her design, as I've said. And also, we are going to be trying to improve her build over time and also improve the team members, since the builds of course definitely can use some work on my other characters. So eventually my Nefer team will also be able to become even stronger, which is going to be definitely something I'm gonna work towards, and that'll be fun as well. And yeah, that'll be it for today's video. I hope you all did enjoy today's video, and if you did, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye bye.